Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's Phoebe Faye here with Palette Sprouts Perfumes and Banning, and I'm here to do a get ready with me using high-end and drugstore products. So keep watching. Have a cup of coffee or tea because it's probably going to be a long one as we create a nice look today. So first things first, you probably see these nails because when I'm reaching for products etc, putting my makeup on etc, love them. They're my new nails. My mum and my sister got nails too in the salon, and they are just stunning. I wanted sort of a Dallas Cowboys inspired look, and I think got that, achieved that, or well, the nail technician did anyway. Not me really, it wasn't my hard work on the nails. So I'm really happy with them and hopefully it'll look good in the video. So yeah, so go and check out our shorts because Tracy got nails, and my mother Tracy, and also my little sister did too. So yeah, the whole family is all unglued up, you know, the vibes. So let's get into this video. So I have a lot of some new products actually, and some staples to try out. Well, not to try out, things that I've already, you know, used before, but I have some new things and some new revolutionary ideas, you know, just to make it an interesting video. Some new ideas I'm going to show you and some tips and tricks on makeup. So we're going to start with some hyaluronic acid serum by the Inky List. Love this. I don't use hyaluronic acid every time I put on makeup, but since it's a lovely video today, we might as well, you know, go all out on this. So I like this serum. It's not a strong one. It's not well, it is actually a strong one. It's a good hyaluronic acid, but it doesn't. What I mean is that it's not like uncomfortable or anything on the skin. So I don't know how long this is going to be. So grab yourself a drink. So next I'm going to go in with some new Moisture Surge by Clinique. It's my new moisturizer. Just let the acid serum settle into the face, and I'll show you my new products. Tracy picked me up on a recent trip. She got me some Take the Day Off Clinique makeup remover for lids, lashes and lips. She got me this beautiful Moisture Surge cream, which I've been using. 100% auto replenish and hydrator, 100 hours, which is incredible. 100 hours, you know, of moisturization. We all need that, don't we? And she also got me a new lip product I'm going to be using today, which is the Chubby Stick by Clinique Moisturizing Colour Lip Balm in the shade Whoppin' Watermelon. It's beautiful, I have tried it. And also she got me this Milani eyeshadow primer, which is quite an expensive brand in Ireland. It's in the shade 01 Universal. Which it's not if you're from America. I know you might be thinking Milani isn't expensive, what are you talking about? But it actually is here in good old Ireland, you know. So is Elf, a brand which is probably a lot cheaper in the US, or not probably, it is. So Milani is quite expensive here in Ireland. As is our brands like CoverGirl. You know, we get, you know, certain drugstore brands here, but they're a little bit more expensive because I guess, you know, they have to be imported maybe from the States. So it wouldn't be considered drugstore here, Milani. Definitely not a drugstore thing here, but I know in America it probably is. And also Wet n Wild, you know, brands like that. So it's just a little tidbit on what it's like in Ireland to live in Ireland. We don't have those. We do have those brands, but they're a little bit more pricey. So that's the Clinique Moisture Surge. Love that. It is so moisturizing and beautiful. I love it. It's a beautiful cream. It really is hydrating, and I like to fan myself after I put on, you know, products. Just like set them. So right. So next, we'll just go in with a little bit. What will we do first? Will we do concealer, or will we do some base? Some glowy product. I guess we'll maybe glowy product. So I'm going to go in with the Ingla X Mora Elements collection and this Glow Liquid Illuminator. I've had this one years, and I'm getting down to the excuse me, I can feel a cough coming on. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty of it, but it's a beautiful liquid illuminator, stunning colour. I've had this in my collection now for a few years since it came out, and it's an old one. Ingla, we don't really have Ingla anymore here in Ireland. Well, we do, but we have to get it sent from Poland, I think it is. So there's that. We don't really have, we used to have Ingla stores, so it was more readily available. So we don't have the collabs with Rosie and Mora anymore. I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we do. But this one is a gorgeous one. It's just a look sort of like for under makeup, under foundation, or over foundation for a little glowiness. And I've been using it now since I've had it since like after, you know, the pandemic and that I had it. So you might see me doing this. That's what I do to set my makeup. I, you know, found myself, sorry I have to cough. I'll be back in a sec. A little cough. Sorry about that, and I'm back. Just cleared my throat a little bit because I don't want to be you know, throughout the whole video. So as I was, oh god, look at the illuminator on my hands. It's like so, you can't really see it in the light, but it's like so glowy. So that's the liquid illuminator by Inkblot. And so what we're going to do with these Milani, and Tracy got one too, these Milani eyeshadow primers, is we're going to put them to the test and see if they are worth the price that they are here in Ireland, because just see how good they are, because it's basically the same price you'd be paying for you know, a high-end one here in Ireland. We consider Milani, I suppose, a good brand, but you'd basically be paying for this the same you would for like maybe say your MAC or, you know, other brands. So it's a long wear shadow base, you know, and we'll see if it's as good as say the next one or, you know, other brands. So my face is feeling a bit sticky now, so we'll get into the concealer. But yeah, we'll put it to the test together. We'll use both of our Milani eyeshadow primers and we'll do that little video. So I better get on with the look because I'm yammering on. So I have 3 new concealers. So we're going to see. I got to purchase 3 new concealers. So one of them is the 17 Second Skin Enhancing Concealer in 001P. It's a nice shade. It's very close to my skin tone. And I've got, gosh, I need to cough again. I better go get a drink. Sorry, I'll be back. Apologies for that. I have a bit of a dry, tickly cough. Sorry. So I grabbed myself some Ishka, which is Irish for water. So this is the Carrickglen still spring water for those of you who don't live in Ireland. Get this, I think, in Lidl, I think. You know, it's a supermarket chain. I love some water. So that's just to get rid of the cough, hopefully. And yeah, my throat was probably a bit dry too. So I grabbed some water and I'm back. So let's keep on going. I was just talking about the e.l.f. concealers. So I got 2 of them. I got it in Fair Beige and Light Ivory. 2 sort of similar-ish shades. One is a bit more warm. One is a bit more cool, you know. I wasn't really sure which one to go for. I think that one suits me more, the more cool one. But yeah, I think I'll go in with the 17 one today. Just feeling that a bit more, I guess. And I'm also going to go in talking about base with my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Yukon Light 2.5. Don't really go in with my bougiest foundation too often. I use Rimmel, I use Wet n Wild, I use Revolution. I use a lot of different foundations, but I rarely go in with this except when it's a special occasion. I like to keep it good because Tracy purchased it for me and it wasn't cheap. So, you know, I like to kind of keep it in for the special occasions. And today isn't really a special occasion, but we're going to do it anyway. So yeah, might as well put all that Irish I learned at school, the Irish language, to good use and talk about the beautiful language of our country. Yeah, so I learned Irish at school, also learned French. So that's just a little Irish word, Ishka. Probably, maybe you know it anyway. Not really sure. And just put a bit of concealer on my forehead too. And then we'll get in with some foundation. So I see people doing their concealer like this, so I guess I'll do it like that. You know, follow the trends. So I love my little, I'm going to keep segueing, aren't I? I love my little clover colourful bracelets. The blue one, the multicoloured one. This one has pink on it, I love it. Matches my little jumper. The pink and the black and the white, just the clover vibes. So these are mostly from Linnet and an Irish brand called Kiss Jewellery, which I found on Instagram. They followed me and I looked at their products and I was like, oh, there's lovely products, Kiss Jewellery. And then Linnet is the more well-known brand. We have it in Arnott's in Ireland. Arnott's is a very well-known department store. which carries in Ireland, which carries a lot of bougie brands. So going with this, maybe not that brush. Yeah, I'll use my e.l.f. one. So I got this in the Boots mystery bag. I think it's a really nice dense brush. So we go in with some NARS foundation and we blend it into the concealer. That's just how I like to do it anyway. Going with this beautiful foundation. It's enough, I think. Ooh, from the pump. So I'm going to try out all these concealers eventually and see how they work. The two e.l.f. ones as well. Yeah. Put them to the test. Might as well. I've bought them now, so you know. So I'm just going to try and cover up all my imperfections or any redness or anything like that. So I guess we're going for a glam look today. My jumper is, I guess this is a very chatty get ready with me. My jumper is actually, I got it from Boohoo. If you're wondering, it's a cable knit kind of cricket jumper. I would show you the jumper a little bit better if I could. But due to the camera angle I can't really, but it does have the same pattern on the sleeve. I just have them rolled up because it's kind of a slightly hot day in Ireland. We've been having some beautiful summer-esque weather, but also we've also been having a little bit of rain. You know, like in Ireland we get a lot of rain, but we've been kind of having some good weather last like week or so, I guess. Yeah, so it's a nice kind of semi-warm day today, as you might tell. So I do have this on, but the sleeves are rolled up, you know, in case it gets cold again. So next thing we're going to do is maybe a little bit of brows, because the brows are very important. So I'm going to go in, I don't know if I've showed this before, but I've had it a while. I got it in, what do we call it, Mr. Price here in Ireland. So it's the Sunkissed Brow and Line in light medium eyebrow and eyeliner duo, and I love the eyeliner side is actually dried up now. I got this like 2 years ago, but the eyebrow pencil side is going strong and it's a beautiful shade. It's slightly darker than my brows and slightly darker than brow pencils that I would usually use. Slightly darker, so it's a more dark and intense sort of colour in my brows. It's more of a medium kind of colour, but I like it for, you know, certain days. If I'm going for a, you know, darker brow. Sometimes I like to pencil them in really dark, sometimes just keep them blondie. So it depends really. So today we're going in a little bit darker. So let me know your thoughts below on the Get Ready With Me when you have a chance. And I love this brow pencil. We're not going to let it end there. I'm going to go in with some gel on the brows and bushy them up a little bit. So I have two bushy brow products. I have the staple, the NYX Brow Glue in Taupe, and I also have the by Katie in Blondie Brow Fix 02 Blondie, which is a brand you can't actually get anymore. I might use this one because look at this fabulous spoolie. It's like so like small and and it's not skinny, it's kind of wide, but it's also it's so small, it's like tiny, you know. It's like a little, and that actually works really well for brows, for bushying them up and brushing them up, you know. Where did my mirror go? Yeah, it's a really good one. It's been, I've had this now since pandemic time, like again, would say around since then, and it is just amazing. It's a really good brow product that has been on the market. Well, it's not really on the market anymore, but it was around pandemic time I bought it, and I still have it in my collection, and I love it. It really does bushy the brows though. Gives you bushy, brushy brows, which is the look we go for, isn't it? Well, sometimes I just like to pencil them in and leave it at that, but today we'll go intense, make them look a lot more hairy than they actually are. I've quite sparse brows, but I love this product. So maybe you could get it on like eBay, Depop, Vinted, not really sure. You could get it secondhand maybe. They had a lot of shades. I got 02 Blondie. You can't get it anymore though. I think they're gone out of business, that brand. Anyhow, yeah, it was a nice brand while it lasted. So we'll do some contour next. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants with this one, I guess. You know, not really sure about the order, but so we're going to go in with the Wonder Stick by NYX, actual size. This is a new one I got, have another one that but I replaced it with a new one. You know, it's more pretty than the old one. The old one's a bit more like used and abused, you know. It's like messy and kind of slightly you know, like used, so you can kind of tell it's been used, and there's not much left on the contour side or the highlight side. I used to use the highlight side a lot. Now I just like the contour side mostly, but the highlight side is actually quite good too. If you know, you know. This product it's a good one. So this is in the shade light medium, if you're wondering. So next we just blend that in, that contour. Let me just get a brush for that. You might use the same one. Elf. It's the Elf Ultimate Blending Brush. So that's what we need, a good blend to blend that out. So I like this contour, it's quite good. It's quite a, you know, easily, readily available one. NYX is quite easy to get, isn't it? In Ireland it is anyway. It's Ireland. In Ireland it's quite a readily available brand, drugstore, but not the cheapest actually. You can get cheaper brands. I'd say 17, like this concealer is 17, will be one of our cheapest brands, and also the Primark makeup or Penny's makeup brand, PS Pro, you know, that would be one of our cheapest, plus 17 which you get in Boots. They would be two of our most cheap brands. I would have said Shein, Glam, another kind of affordable one, but I believe that we've new regulations coming in about Shein, so I won't be ordering from there anymore because you may be charged customs, I think. Not 100, don't quote me on that, but yeah, you know, I think that's a new thing in Ireland. So we might as well call this video Life in Ireland. I'm talking a lot about Irish things, but yeah, apparently there's going to be a new regulation where you're charged customs if you buy from Shein, which is a bit cray-cray. Shein is supposed to be a cheapish brand, and you know, it's one of those places you order from if you need something on the a little bit more. I keep this one for my blush, on the more kind of cheap, you know. So it used to be a more affordable sort of brand. I don't know. So we'll see how that goes anyway. No, I'm not using that brush. I changed my mind again. We'll use the same brush, might as well. Get it dirty. So I'm going in with the Fenty bronzer in the shade 04 Island Ting. An absolute staple in my collection. Love the Fenty Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer. Love it. One of my more bougie, it's probably my bougiest bronzer actually. It's not drugstore, definitely not. The FB for Fenty Beauty is kind of wearing off. The engraving on it is kind of wearing off. I could use this a lot. It's a really good bronze. So you might notice at the start of the video I was wearing my new glasses. I have them here. I really like them. Quite they look like Tracy's ones a little bit, which is a bit surprising, but do a little bit. I noticed, I saw a picture of her when I was starting to film, and I was like, in the phone, and I was like, oh, look a bit like Tracy's ones. We look like twins. But that wasn't intentional or anything. Right, so next we're going to go in with some blush. I'm doing I have a new thing where I do 3 blushes, or 2 blushes. I use and I mix oranges and pinks. This is actually called Medu Pink by Sleek, but it's more of an orangey coral, I'll show you. So what I do with my blush recently is I go in with a cream and then I go in with a powder. But I think that's it. It looks orange, doesn't it? It doesn't look pink. It definitely looks more coral. And I'm going to be trying out this Sleek Highlighting Elixir Illuminating Drops as blush too. And then I'm going to go in with the NYX Buttermilk blush in Butter Together. As a play on words means butter together, as a powder blush. So what I do is I cream, and today I'm going to use the highlight drops, and then I'm going to set it with the powder. So that's just the way I like to do it. You know, everyone is different. You may disagree with me on that. You may think that there's better ways to do it, but that's just the way I like to do it. So recently it's a new hack I figured, because I have blush blindness. You know that new thing that you can have blush blindness? It means, oh my god, I forgot to put on primer. Primer I pulled, oh well, I use skincare so it doesn't really matter. completely forgot. I just went straight to concealer. Yeah, I put on skincare and then I went straight in with the foundation and concealer. So sorry about that. Hope the makeup still lasts, you know. But yeah, so let's go in with some blush. Get this done. So we're using the Sleek Medu Pink. It's the Feelin' Flush Cream Blush Lip and Eye Tint. Lip, cheek and eye tint, sorry. So we'll just put some of this on the finger. Sorry, just don't want to blind you with that little mirror. So I like to kind of go in heavy with blush these days because I have blush blindness. I figure, you know, the more the better. Basically, blush blindness is something that it's a social media thing for people that use too much blush or a bit, you know, heavy on the blush. And I go up into the up here with it now too. Recent sort of times, recent weeks I guess, since last time I didn't get ready with me. I've started going up here into the just at this corner of my eye with it like that, blend it in. So then we'll go in, we'll try this new one which I got in Boots, and the Sleek Illuminating Highlighting Elixir Illuminating Drops. So in the shade She Got It Glow. So I've never tried this yet. I don't think. May have tried it years ago, but it's my first time trying it lately. So let's see how this goes. Ooh, it's beautiful. Really is beautiful. So it's a highlighter, but I'm going to use it as blush because I think it looks more like a blush personally. Your mileage may vary, but I think it looks more like a blush. Ooh, that's a lot. But I'm going to put some down the bridge of the nose too, so it's okay. So this is sort of blush drops, I guess you could say, that step. So it's kind of going into the brush, you know, settling in. So let's go in with that. I'll come in close, and I put it down the bridge of the nose too because you do that with your blush, don't you? It's kind of a trendy thing. Down the bridge of the nose, it gives you a nice glow. And go up into the higher sort of side of the face. So I guess this is kind of half drugstore, half you know, high-end sort of. Get ready with me. Using a lot of different products from different brands, you know. So next we're going to go in. That looks really nice. I almost don't want to go in with buttermilk, but we will. I don't want to ruin the sort of vibe. I won't go in heavy with it though, because I kind of like those drops where they're dropping, you know. So this is beautiful when you put it on the blush brush, or what I like to call a blush brush anyway. You just kind of sweep it up like that. It's kind of like, you know, it's buttermilk, so it's like buttery. Beautiful. So that's nice. I love a heavy blush because, you know, it doesn't look cray either, you know, it's nice. So next I'm going to go in with some, let's see, what next? What are we going to do next? Just looking at everything here. Right, I'll go in with some powder next. Right, so I have two. I have Iggy Azalea Totally Plastic XBH Cosmetics palette, and I also have the Revolution She Doesn't Even Go Here by Mean Girls collection loose baking powder. So first of all, I'm going to go in and set under my eyes with this one. This one here, the lightest shade. It's kind of a banana-y shade. So I'm going to set under my eyes with that, and it brighten them up a little bit, and then I'll use the pink powder under my eyes too. Just to kind of, let's get a good brush for this. Just to kind of, you know, make it really, really nice and pretty under the eye, brighten me up a little bit. Could do with that. What would be the best brush for this? Sorry, I'm just sort of going with a load of brushes here, looking at trying to figure out the best. This could be a long video, couldn't it? I used this one by 17. This could be, what are we now? Oh dear, 17 minutes. I don't want it to be too long, so some of the steps I might actually, well, that's nice, I might actually like fast forward. So I'm talking a lot, so I just want to get to the, you know, I don't want it to be overly long, so maybe we should speed it up a little bit. So that's brightening my under eye, and then I'm going to use the, She Doesn't Even, I should have used the little powder puff, shouldn't I? Yeah. Where's that? There it is. Right, the powder puff, yeah, I'm going to go in with that. It might be a better way to, it's the HNB Cosmetics powder puff. I got it in a Boots bag, which was complimentary with a purchase. Yeah, that would be a lot better, wouldn't it? Set the under eye, rather than looking for some sort of brush, which isn't really going to work. I love this palette. It has contour, it has kind of, I wouldn't say highlight, it is contour and bronze and powder shades. It's a really good one by BH Cosmetics. They were amazing, weren't they? It's now sort of a Revolution brand, but I have some great palettes by them and stuff by them from when back in the day, you know, when BH was a thing. So this is the Revolution. She doesn't even go here by Mean Girls. It has a tiny little powder puff in it, so we'll use this. It's just a little Revolution pink one, so just a little bit of pink powder. This always bothers me, never comes out. So where did that lid go? It's shaped like a heart, a little hole, so cute. So we'll just put some in the lid. It's beautiful powder. I don't do pink powder every day, so you know. I might fast forward some of these steps, like I said. Oh, there we go. Because it can get a little bit boring if it's too long. And I do want you to enjoy the video and kind of get some good tips and tricks and blah blah blah. Because everyone does their makeup differently, don't they? So you might like the way I do it. Some people might like the way someone else does it. Oh, this smells beautiful. It smells like raspberries. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Brightening up the under eye. Pink and kind of banana-y shades. Ooh, that back in. Pink and sort of banana shade. Right, so the next step in my regime is eyeshadow. And I'm going to go in with the beautiful, iconic Naked Tree palette by Urban Decay. The reason I'm using this is because it's probably a very bougie one. So we're doing sort of bougie and kind of drugstore look or products today. So get some eyeshadow brushes, and I'm also have a tiny little bit of hard pan in this palette. I'll show you it. So I kind of want to get as much use out of it as I can, whilst I can, and kind of pan it, maybe get some great use out of it. Tracy gifted it to me last year because I sort of like don't want to see it go to waste, etc. You know, I hate to see it go to waste. So I'm going to try and get some more use out of it. I only discovered today that it is hard panning it. So we've got what's this? Oh, a Beauty Bay brush. We've got a BH Cosmetics brush. I should have my colour switch, but I don't. We have a Real Techniques brush, and we have two Revolution brushes for the eyeshadow look. So we'll see what we can do. So if you don't know the Naked Tree, this is it. It's stunning. I'll show you the shades. So you can see that the hard pan here on that shade just there. You might be able to see it. Right, I'm sensing that I need a little bit of water again. Sorry. Stay hydrated. It's good to stay hydrated. So I'm going to go in with this palette. It's beautiful. So we're going to go in with the shade Dark Side. And I'm just going to put this in the outer corner. It's kind of a smoky grey. That one. And the outer V. So I guess we'll do a kind of a neutrally look, maybe. Or maybe a kind of like, you know, smoky look. I might actually fast forward this, so I may stop talking soon. Or I might not, because I'm a bit of a chatterbox today. Some days I'm not. I can do my makeup real quietly, and then other days it's like so I'll go in with the shade what are we going to use? Right, I'll do the shade Nooner, I think it says. Using the same brushes I used for the outer V corner. This Dark Side and Nooner so far. So I'm not gonna, you know, if you know, you know. I don't really do like spend ages doing eyeshadow. I'm not one of those girls that would spend like half an hour at eyeshadow. It's just not the longest step for me. Probably the longest step is the I just spend, I guess, a long time on the base. Yeah, probably the base would be the longest I've spent on my makeup. Sorry, just sort of fanning myself. Right, so the next shade I'm going to use is this really pretty pink, and it is called, sorry, if I can read it. Glasses. What is it? It's called Limit, I think. No, it's not actually. It's the one next to it. Not really sure. I will look it up on the internet and I'll insert the name of it. But it's a really, really pretty pink. So I'm going to go in with it. It's just that one there, the fifth one in. It's a really pretty pink. And I'm just going to put it on my finger because that's better for shimmers, and put it on the lid. I should have used some eyeshadow primer, but I didn't. Then I'm going to mix it with that shade Dust, yeah. I'm just gonna, like, you know, put that pretty pink on the lid. Mix them on the finger, really, really nice. Put a pink sort of shimmer. I'll come in close then and show you the beautiful look. And I'm gonna do some eyeshadow on the as eyeliner on the lower lash line. So we go in with dark side, I think, on the lower lash. Give it that smoky and blend it out into the outer corner like it was. Dark side, I can read that one. Some of them are a little bit faded, the names. It's a good palette, but it's been out a while. So that's why they're sort of faded and hard to read the names, but I will probably insert the names somewhere of the shades. So that's looking kind of cohesive. Right. So that's that for now, anyhow. It's looking okay. So the next thing we're going to do, oh, I didn't do any inner corner. No, I'm not going to bother with that. So the next thing I'm going to do is maybe some eyeliner just on the upper lash. So we're going to go in with Sleek Makeup 48 Hour eyeliner. Bought this in Boots like 2 weeks ago. It's in the shade black. Just use a little tiny bit. It's a very tiny applicator, so it's very intricate for intricate eye looks. Now I'm just going to put a tiny bit on my upper lash, just to kind of give it a little bit of eyeliner. I find when I can do eyeshadow as eyeliner on the lower lash line. When it comes to putting it on the upper lash line, it kind of blends. It's hard to kind of, like, you know, see it. So I like to always do a liquid liner more often than not. It's a nice little applicator too, but it's very, very intricate, and you can kind of, you know, do your looks kind of nice. So another thing I do, another new trick, is I use two different mascaras. Sorry, I was going to say eyeshadow or something. I'm going to use Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara by Estee Lauder. And then I'm going to use the YSL Lash Clash. So I use one of them, I guess, for lengthening, and one for volumizing, and one for that sort of thing. But I use two different ones. I'm going with two coats, one coat of one and another coat of another. So we use one coat of this gorgeous, or we'll go two, I guess. So I'm gonna, I like to call it, what do I call it? Sort of building it, or not building, what do I call it? I'll insert it somewhere when it comes back to me. I like to just kind of build the mascaras with two different ones to give a more intense lash. This is the YSL Lash Clash. Got it with my Libre that Tracy bought me. My Libre perfume, I love that one. So just two different mascaras to give you a beautiful heavy lash, give you the false lash effect. I can't think what I had a name for it, but I kind of forget. So lower mascara. Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, I forget what I call it. Ooh. Anyhow, I will remember. So I'm going to go with a pinky sort of toned lip today. So we're going to use the by KD Cabaret lip liner. We're going to use the Whoopin' Watermelon 06 Chubby Stick by Clinique. And then I'm going to go in with some H&M Love Bound lip gloss. So, and then we just set the face and maybe a little bit of highlighter. And then pretty much done, thank goodness, because it's been a very long one. So I'm just going to line my lips with this. This was a great brand back in the day. Back in the day, like maybe 5 years ago. And you know, like it's kind of a MAC dupe, I guess. It looks like sort of the MAC lip liners. I think Tracy said that at the time. And I agree with her, it does sort of give MAC vibes. And they're very nice lip liners, these. They're very creamy. Nice lip liners. Quite a good brand. And affordable when it existed. Then the Whoopin' Watermelon Chubby Stick. Sort of a pink, but it's sort of it's a nice, it's not as crazy as it looks on the outside. It looks quite intense on the outside, but if you actually when you actually put it on, you can see it's kind of a bit more muted. So, and then the last lip product I'm going to use is a lovely H&M lip gloss. So this is the Love Bound lip gloss set. So we'll see. I think I'll go with the pinkiest shade, which is, there's clear, there's milky light pink, and then there's pink metallic. So I guess I'll use pink metallic, which is this one. I got these when I was doing my H&M hauls. They're lovely little lip glosses, and they taste like strawberries. Ooh, not good makeup. I love the pink metallic, it's beautiful. Gives you a nice pinky lip. So that is that. Then I'm just going to go in with some highlight, and then that is it. Oh, I broke it! No! Broke the little zip thing. Oh well, it doesn't really matter, does it? But it's a bit annoying, but it doesn't really matter. So we'll set the face with some Revolution Juicy Orange after I go with some highlight. I'm going to give this one back to Tracy. I think she wants it back. Just to use it. She gifted me, lent it to me for a video at one point. So I'm going to go back give this to her after this video. See if she wants it. It's a gorgeous wand. It's a Sculpted by Amy Liquid Lights liquid highlighter. Just dab a little bit on. Just a little bit extra glitter, glamour, you know. And I'm going to blend that into my fingers. And maybe put a little bit in the inner corner. And then we are pretty much finished the look. Do I set my face? Nice look. Definitely very daytime appropriate. So I'm pretty happy with the look. Back, I forgot to turn on the ring light. Darn it. But that is okay because I didn't look great at the start. You know, it was a bit like, ooh, that's a lot brighter. So you can definitely see that beam now. Beam from the highlight, the liquid highlight, and all the other highlighters I used. So it's okay that I forgot to put the ring light on because at the start I didn't have any makeup on, so that's okay. So now you go from regular to just full on face and makeup. So I'll take a little thumbnail picture and then I'll let you go. So I'm going to use the Makeup Fixin' Spray Juicy Orange by Revolution. It smells like oranges. Oh, it's heavenly. I forgot to bring my new perfume to put on. It's the Britney Spears Candied Fantasy. I love it. Might grab it and put a little bit on just to finish the look off. Although you can't see perfume, it sets the kind of mood. You know, with the beautiful smell, it's beautiful. My hair is looking very long these days, sorry. I have to push it out of the way. I definitely need to get a trim maybe the next time I get my highlights. But I think other than that, I like the length and the straightness. I like it a lot. I think it suits me, you know. Put it kind of slims you out and pulls you down a little bit when you have long hair rather than super short hair. I had short hair years ago and it didn't really suit me. So I'm loving the long and the length and straighter vibes hair. Loving it at the minute. So I'm still talking. So I'll fix my face with some spray. Lovely spray. I love the smell of it, and I've been using it quite a lot lately, so here we are with the progress on it. Don't know if you can see. So I've used quite a bit of it. I got it in a Revolution. Ooh, I love doing that when you put your first spray on. It's so cooling and soothing. So I'll leave it for now here. It's been a long one, so sorry if you were bored. I hope you weren't though, so please keep it kind in the comments. Do let me know your thoughts as always, and thank you so much for joining me today to create this look. Yeah, so I'll use one of those for the thumbnail probably. So I hope you enjoyed all the products. Let me know your thoughts. I'm obsessed with this look. I really like it. It's a daytime appropriate glam, I'd describe it as. And I'll see you soon, and so will Tracy. We'll definitely be doing this video next time, the Milani video, testing and putting these to the test. Hopefully she'll join me for that soon. I know I always say that, but I really do hope that we can do this soon. Is our next video hopefully. So yeah, so thank you so much for joining us today, and we appreciate it as always. Subscribe, like, comment if you feel like it, and keep it kind in the comments, and let me have a little chit chat with you below. I'd love to do so. Yeah, bye for now. I'm back with a little, you're not getting rid of me that quick, a little additional add-on. I wanted to curl my eyelashes in this video, but I can't now because I'm wearing 2 coats of mascara, or 3 or 4 coats of mascara. But this is my Ted Baker, got it in a Christmas set, my Ted Baker eyelash curler, which I wanted to use but I didn't get to. And also I have my Candied Fantasy. So this is a beautiful box. I'll take the little plastic off it. Candied Fantasy by Britney Spears. Love it. It's her new one, I think. I believe it's new. I picked it up half price in a local pharmacy. This is the beautiful bottle. Stunning scent. It has bubblegum flavors, bubblegum notes. Yeah, it's beautiful. And that's all really. But yeah, it's beautiful bubblegum note in it, and we did a little short on it with the notes, and so check that out. It's one of the more recent shorts. We also did some shorts with our onglet, our nails, which is French for nails. Our little onglet. We did several shorts with these nails. Just Tracy, my sister, and I's nails. And so yeah, so I'm going to leave it there for today because it's been a very long one. Hope you liked the look. Let me know below, and we will chat soon. So bye. I'm definitely going this time.